So now we've created the dog form. What we want to do is create the result component. So if I was to select a breed, for example, Australian, and then I would select an Australian Shepherd with 3 images on there. So if I was to search that, we will make a fetch request and set the images to an array, which is declared above in the app component level. So the state is images. So if I was to console log images here, so console log images and save, and if I was to inspect and see what is returned, we now get a list of 3 image URLs here. So all we need to do now is render the result component for this. So as you can see here, we have a p tag named result. So what I essentially want to do is create a component. So if I create the results component like so, and in here, I want to pass down the images that we are getting as a prop. So images is equal to images. And again, create a new folder within the components called results. And within result, create a new file named index.tsx. So we are going to receive props for this, which is the array of images that we are passing down. So results and the prop are going to be the images. I'm going to create this as an interface. And for now, I'm just going to give this images type of any. Now, all I need to do is import this from the results component. And I also want to conditionally render this when we have the image result state. When we click on the search button and we have fetched the image data, so if I go back into the button component, so if we click on handle images fetch, we dispatch image results, and if that has a length greater than 0, then we want to render the result component. So if I go back into my app and import this, which we have already done, we have an error on here, so we need to add the enclosing bracket in here, and that fixes the issue. So we want to conditionally render the result component. So I first of all need to get access to the image result state on the Redux store. So const image result state is equal to dog store dot image result, and then if this image result is greater than 0, so image result is greater than 0. If that is the case, then we want to render the result component. So if I just cut this and paste it here and now save, we are conditionally rendering results component. So if I was to reset the search, this would not be visible. So if I click reset search, as you can see, the results component is not rendering now. So going into my results component, first off, I want to have a container, and then I will add styles for this. So a new file, styles.ts, and if I paste in them styles, and then if I import the styles across and save, within my container, I want to create a h1 first off, and this will be the gallery, and then I want to create 2 components in here. First one will be the dog info, so dog info component, and then we also want to create the images component also. So if I now save, I want to first off see if the UI is rendering correct. So 2 images, I'm going to make a fetch request for the Australian Shepherd. So if I click search, we are now rendering the results component with the gallery being rendered as well. So first off, I want to create this dog info component, which gives the information for the dog that we have selected. So I'm going to create this in the result folder, and this will be named dog info. And in here, we're going to create a new file, index.tsx, and this won't receive any props or RFCE. And this is because we will get our dog information from the Redux store. So dog info, and then all I need to do is import this and save. So we are now rendering the dog info. I want to get access to the dog store information that we need and require for this. So that will be this breed name, the subbreed state, and the number of results. So if I paste in the dog store and the states that we are selecting and import the relevant items that we need. So now in my return block, I'm going to have a container that has the styles that I'm going to create. So again, new file, styles.ts, and then I'm just going to bring in my styles for this component, paste in. Now I have the container that is coming from /styles. Now if I save, as you can see, the dog info styles are being passed across. We now need to have 2 children within here. First one is going to be a title. So I'm going to render a function for this. So render title like so, and I'm going to create this function in a moment. The const render title is equal to a function, and that is empty for now. And then underneath, I'm going to create a p tag, and this is going to get the image results state, so the length of the results that we are getting, and we're going to get this in parentheses. So this will get the length, and then this will just say results, like so. So if I now save, the container is saying that we expect a single child. So all I want to do is create a React fragment. So you can do it this way, which is a shorthand way. And then I want to move the two children within the React fragment. So now save, and you can see here we have selected two. So therefore we have two results in here. And this needs to be there. And now if I save, all we need to do now is create the render title function, which essentially would show the breed if there is a breed and the subbreed if there is a subbreed. So all I'm going to do is just bring in this function in here and explain it. So essentially what we are doing is, if there is a breed state and a subbreed state, then we are wanting to render the breed state hyphen subbreed state. So in this case it will be Australian Shepherd, and then we have a function that we need to declare named capitalize breed, which essentially takes the first character of the string and capitalizes it. If there is no subbreed state, so if there is a breed state but not a subbreed state, then what we want to do is just render the subbreed state. So in this case it would be just the Australian. So all I want to do is bring in the capitalize breed function as well, and just import that before. And now if I save, we can now see here we have Australian Shepherd being rendered. If that was select subbreed, then it would just be the Australian being rendered like so. So all that is left to create is the images component.